Hello there, this is Welsh ASMR 82. Hey, how are you doing? So, I haven't referred or used this book for a while, but it's for those of you that have been a channel subscriber for some time will remember this because it was one of the OGs, one of the absolute original books that I bought for this channel. And as you can see, it gives us the name of the country, the flag of course, the capital city, the area, population, highest point and official languages. So what are we going to do in today's video? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to read out, for no reason whatsoever, the second flag on every page. All the way through the book. Hopefully we'll find that concept very interesting and relaxing. So let's go for it. How many have we got? Quite a few. Okay, so we're going to start, because the whole book is in alphabetical order, of course. I'm going to start with little old Albania. So this is Albania's flag. It's the red background with the black two-headed eagle on it. Capital city is Tirana. The area is 28,748 kilometers squared, or 11,000 square miles. Population is 2.8 million. Wow, is that all? I thought that was way more. Highest point is Mount Korab, which stands at 2,764 meters. And the official language is, of course, Albanian. Albanian, for those of you that don't know, is a European language, but it's on its own branch. So you have like the Indo-European branch, where you have all of the Slavic languages like Russian and Ukrainian. Then all of the Germanic languages like German, Dutch, English, the Romance languages like Spanish and Italian. And you have a couple of others, like the Celtic languages like Welsh and Irish. But then Albanian is still on the tree, as you can imagine, but it's just got a little branch of its own, as does Greek and a couple of others. It's not related to any others that we're aware of. Albania is next to Greece. It's just north of Greece, if you imagine, there in the Mediterranean. Okay, next up is Bahrain. The capital city is Manama. The area is just 778 square kilometers, or 300 square miles. Population is 1.7 million. The highest point is the Mountain of Smoke. I giggle because it's like so dramatically titled, but it's only 134 meters. There are hills in Wales bigger than that. We don't call them mountains. It is a little island, incidentally. Official languages are Arabic. And this is the flag. It's slightly different to Qatar's. This is more burgundy red. Bahrain is next to Qatar, but Qatar is the peninsula and Bahrain is an island just off it and Saudi Arabia. So it's got the white there, and I'll show it to you. I guess you get a pub quiz on this. See what I mean? It's like a burgundy red. It's a lighter red. Okay, next up, Brunei, otherwise known as Brunei Darussalam. Capital city is Bandar Seri Begawan. The area is 5,700 kilometers squared, or 2,226 square miles. Population even smaller than the two we've seen so far, 437,000. The highest point is Bukit Bagon, 4,850 meters. The official language is Malay, and the flag is this yellow background with these very nice black and white stripes going across it from left to right. And a slight diagonal with the sort of crest in the middle in a sort of a type of dark red. Brunei is on the island of Borneo. It's the island of Borneo, one of the most biodiverse places on the entire planet. It's actually split between 3 countries. Brunei, Indonesia and Malaysia all have constituent parts of it. So Brunei is like an enclave within the Malaysian part, which is why Malay is spoken there, I guess. But it's very, very rich in natural resources, including oil, if I remember correctly. So it's a very rich country. Next up is Colombia, in Spanish Colombia. We have the flag here, and this is another difficult one for a pub quiz because we've got the sort of yellowy orange top and the blue and the red, but if you compare it to Ecuador, you can see it's very similar. They used to be part of the same country with Venezuela. We'll see. I'll show you Venezuela in a second. So Ecuador has the crest in the middle with the eagle, and Venezuela will be right at the end of it. Venezuela's got the stars in an arch, in a little rainbow, and something on the top left. So, Venezuela, Ecuador, Colombia. So the capital city is Bogota. The area is much, much larger than the others we've seen so far. 7,692,000 square kilometers, or 2.9 million square miles. The population is 50.8 million. The highest point is the Pico Cristobal Colón at a whopping 5,700 meters. South America's got some big mountains. And the official language is, it says English is an official language, yeah, Spanish, definitely so. I have met quite a few Colombians, all extremely passionate about their country. They're like the Welsh people of South America. So that's Colombia. If you don't know where Colombia is, it's to the north of South America, right as far north as possible, because it borders Panama. And Panama is the bridge between North America and South America. Venezuela's to its right and Ecuador's to its left. Next up, Dominican Republic, which is an island in the Caribbean Sea, not far from Colombia. And it's actually on the island of Hispaniola, which has Haiti to the left-hand side and Dominican Republic to the right-hand side. French-speaking Haiti and Spanish-speaking Dominican Republic. It's just to the south of Jamaica and Cuba, I believe. So Dominican Republic, capital city is Santo Domingo, St. James, area is just teeny-weeny, 48,000 square kilometers, 18,000 square miles. Population, however, of 10.8 million. And the highest point is the Pico Duarte, 3,098 meters, and the official language is, of course, Spanish. Within the Caribbean, most of the countries have an official language of either French, Spanish, English, and actually, you may be surprised to learn this, but Dutch as well, 3 of the countries at least. Slightly larger country now. La France. So this is France. This is the tricolore, the 3 colours, the name of the flag, the blue, the white and the red. Capital city is, of course, Paris. 640,000 square kilometres, 247,000 square miles, population of 65.2 million. I think this book is old. I think it's gone up even further since then. The highest point is the very famous Mont Blanc at 4,810 meters. That's in the Pyrenees. No, it's not. It's in the Alps. The Alps, of course, running between France, all the way through Switzerland, Austria, northern Italy, and it keeps going. Germany, I think, some parts are in. Is that our tallest mountain? 4,800. No, Colombia still has the tallest mountain today. And of course the official language is French. Other languages are spoken in France, but unlike, let's say, in Great Britain or in Spain, they're not regarded with the same like hierarchy. They are not treated, and they don't have the same sort of rights. So people who speak in the Brittany, in the northwest, speak Breton, but it's often sort of, by the government at least, totally looked over for French. There are other languages. I think Occitan is another language that is spoken there. And Haiti. So we talked about where Haiti was with regards to the Dominican Republic. This is also on the island of Hispaniola. Capital city is Port-au-Prince. The flag is this blue with the red at the bottom and the motif in the middle. Its area is quite small too. It's 27,000 square kilometers or 10,000 square miles. Population is 11.4. So between Haiti and Dominican Republic, 11 and 10, so it's like 22, maybe up to 23 million people on that little island. Wow, it's a heck of a lot. And then the highest point is Pic La Selle, 2,680 meters, and official languages are French and Haitian Creole, which is like, as it says, a Creole version of French with bits of English and other languages mixed in. I think Haitian Creole is actually on Duolingo, isn't it? Creole languages, like Afrikaans, for example, and French has got quite a few. Haitian Creole, and I'm trying to think of the one, Mauritian Creole, I think, as well. They often simplify grammar rules, so although I've never seen Haitian Creole at all, I imagine that like verbs wouldn't conjugate, or maybe there's no masculine and feminine, or adjectival endings don't change for plural or whatever. That's the sort of thing that happens in a Creole language usually, as far as I know. You can actually read the news in Creole English if you go to the BBC website and you look at the different language versions. It's very interesting. It's quite strange to look at. But yeah, you should check it out. And we're staying in the Caribbean, it seems, because Jamaica, we talked about briefly. We got the United States, Cuba, then Jamaica just off the coast of Cuba to the south. The capital city is Kingston. I think I read somewhere there's only actually 3 cities in Jamaica. I wonder if that's correct or not. Area is 10,000 kilometers squared or 4,000 square miles. Population is 2.9 million. The highest point is the Blue Mountain Peak at 2,256 meters, and the official language is English. It's a very beautiful variety of English. It's sort of it comes across really nicely to fluent English speakers. If you're not a fluent English speaker, you should look up Jamaican English. It's very pleasant to listen to. And the flag is also super cool. It's got the green there, the green triangle at the top and bottom, black triangles to the left and right, and then this yellow cross going through the middle there. Okay, moving to Asia again. We've been there already for a couple. Lebanon is our next one. Lebanon's got this red at the top and red at the bottom, the borders, white through the middle, and then the green tree. I did used to know what tree specifically it was, but I can't remember now. Let me just have a moment to think. It's not an oak. It's Not pine. I can't remember. Cedar. Someone let me know in the comment section. Someone will definitely be watching and know that. Capital city is Beirut, which isn't the way it used to be, but a friend of mine, an Arab friend from Iraq that I have, told me that Beirut was once considered the jewel of the Mediterranean. It was one of the most beautiful cities. Area 10,000 kilometers squared or 4,000 square miles. Population is 6.8 million. Highest point is Qurnata Solda, 3,808 meters, quite tall. And Arabic is the official language of Lebanon. It's considered, talking about accents, the language, the Arabic version of Lebanese is one of the most beautiful versions of Arabic. Specifically, I think a lot of people say that people who speak with the Lebanese version of Arabic sound very attractive. And in a Spanish context, I was once told that Argentinian Spanish is the sexiest version of Spanish, and I've been told that Lebanese is the most attractive version of Arabic as well. If you watch TV shows and someone speaks with a Lebanese accent, then usually they're the heartthrob. Sticking with small islands, the beautiful island, or islands I should say, of Malta, we have, this is actually St. George's Cross on the top left, and then we have this half of it being white, half of it being red. Capital city is Valletta. Area is just 316 kilometers squared, 122 square miles. Population 442,000. The highest point is Tad Mejrek, just 253 meters. It was one of our smaller ones today. The official languages are both English and Maltese. Also Italian is widely spoken and understood as a third language. Maltese is basically the only Semitic language which is an official language in the European Union, because Maltese is closely related to Arabic, specifically Tunisian, the Arabic of Tunisia. But it's written in the Roman alphabet and not the Arabic, and it has a lot of English and Italian words in it. So I've seen it written down and it really freaks my brain out, because every other, like cucina for kitchen, and there's lots of Italian words in it, lots of English words. But yeah, grammatically it's just like Arabic, and has a lot of Arabic roots and vocabulary very obviously in it. Yeah, very interesting language. Myanmar. Okay, capital city is Nai Piadao. Area is 676,000 kilometers squared, or 261,000 square miles. Population is 54.4 million. The highest point is Hakakabo Razi. Hakakabo Razi, 5,881 meters above sea level. Just checking Colombia, 5,700. We have a new champion today. I suppose, I'm thinking where Myanmar is, it's coming off the edge of the Himalayas, isn't it? Because it's next door to Bangladesh and India. Official languages are Burmese. It used to be called, when I was a kid, Burma, but then changed its name to Myanmar. There's been a lot of political unrest there, and yeah, things I don't want to talk about in a relaxing video. It's had a very troubled history. Its flag, weirdly, is the same as Lithuania, but with this white star in the middle. Let's take a look at Lithuania for a second. LMNOP. Not quite as very similar though. The green seems darker, and I think the red is darker with Lithuania. So yellow, green, red. Yellow, green, red, but they're slightly different tones of green and red, aren't they? With this white star in the middle. Ooh, one of the top 10 most populated countries on the planet. Next, Pakistan. We have the usual sign of a Muslim country with the crescent moon and the star. We have this beautiful dark green here, which takes up 75% of the flag, with a sort of yellow, white, border over here on the left-hand side. Country's capital is Islamabad. It has changed a couple of times in its history, though. Area is 881,000 kilometers squared, or 340,000 square miles. Population is an impressive 220.8 million. I think it's just in the top 10, isn't it? Yes. And it's projected to grow even further. Highest point is K2, so that is in the Himalayas. I'm pretty sure that is. So if you imagine, you've got India. We just talked about Myanmar, which is over there. Bangladesh, India, Bangladesh, Myanmar, India. Pakistan's that way, so it's just to the left. I think K2 is one of the largest mountains in the world. 8,611 meters above sea level. That is definitely going to win today. I don't think we can beat K2 unless I pull up Tibet, but I don't think that's in this book. Official languages, or maybe China has it, English and Urdu. Also, well, in Urdu it's pronounced Urdu with a U sound, Urdu. An Indian friend of mine said that the first time she moved to Britain, someone said to her, "Oh, do you speak Urdu?" And she was like, "What is this random language I've never heard of, Urdu?" And then she realized they were trying to pronounce Urdu. And she was like, "Oh, Urdu. Now I speak Hindi." Just China. Oh yes, China's claiming Mount Everest, 8,848 meters, which is located in Tibet, of course. Let's not get into that in this video. Other than that, I think K2 is the highest point on the planet. Russia. So now we've gone from tiny little islands like Malta, and now we've got to the largest country in the world. So Russia, with its very famous flag of white, navy blue and red. The capital city is, of course, Moscow. It was at one point St. Petersburg, if you've heard of St. Petersburg. The area is a unbelievable 17 million kilometers squared, or 6.6 million square miles. Population is 145.9 million, so it is one of the largest in the world, but compared to its actual land mass, it isn't as large as you would think. And this is fairly common because Canada is the second largest country in the world for land mass, but has nowhere near the size of the population of even, let's say, Pakistan, let alone the United States. Highest point is Mount Elbrus, 5,642 meters. That might be in the Ural Mountains, I'm not sure, which are the sort of bridge between Asia and Europe. And the official language is, of course, Russian. When I was learning Russian in university, it was explained to us that compared to other languages where you'd have regional differences, quite common even within small countries. Wales, for example, is a tiny country, but we have very distinctive North Welsh, North Walian and South Walian Welsh. Russia is absolutely massive, but everyone speaks the same dialect. There's only one official dialect and everyone kind of sticks to it. Yeah, and this was the way that it was taught in schools, that everyone had to speak a particular type and was very controlled. So there aren't different dialects of Russian. It's very crazy to think about with a country of this magnitude. But everyone can perfectly understand everyone else in Russia. Despite all of the other languages that are spoken, there are many, many languages spoken within Russia. But yes, everyone speaks the same type of Russian. It's very controlled by the state. We finally got an African country. Sierra Leone. Capital city is Freetown. Area is 71,000 kilometers squared, or 27,000 square miles. Population of 7.9 million. Highest point is Mount Bintumani, 1,948 meters, and the official language is English. You can see it's quite a light green on the flag at the top stripe, then white in the middle, then blue at the bottom. Sierra Leone, for those that don't know, is in West Africa, as the African peninsula, well, it's not a peninsula, but the continent comes around. It's in that section there. And now we're going to the north of Europe to see Sweden, Sverige, with this very cool flag. It's got the blue in the background, the navy blue. Or maybe it's not navy actually, there's a nice colour blue, royal blue maybe, with this off-centre cross in a beautiful yellow. The capital city is Stockholm. I've had the pleasure of visiting. It's a very beautiful place. The area is very large actually, 450,000 square kilometers or 173,000 square miles. Population is the largest of all of the countries in the north of Europe, including Norway, Finland, Denmark, Iceland, with 10 million. The highest point is Kebnekaise, 2,097 meters, and the official language is of course Swedish. I think they should have Sami on there as well though, because Sami is an official language in Sweden, Finland, Norway and Russia. It's the language of the Sami people that live in the North Pole, and they straddle all four of those countries. Tuvalu is next. We're going to the Pacific Ocean with this nice flag here. There's beautiful blue. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stars, I think, representing the different islands within the archipelago of Tuvalu. We also have the British flag on the top left. So the capital city is Funafuti. The area is just 26 kilometers squared, or 210 square miles. Population 12,000. The highest point is unnamed at just 5 meters above sea level. And the official languages are English and Tuvaluan. I've never come across Tuvaluan, so I would not know anything about it. And then the last one for this evening, Yemen, which is in the Arabian Peninsula, just to the south of Saudi Arabia. Its flag is a typical 3-coloured banded one with red at the top, white in the middle and black at the bottom. Similar to Egypt, for those that are interested, and Iraq, although, yeah, it's the same as Iraq, but without the Allah Akbar in the middle. And for posterity, Egypt, red, white, black, yes, but they've got this golden eagle in the middle. The reason they're similar is for different purposes. We talked about why Colombia, Ecuador, Venezuela were similar, because they used to be part of the same country at one point. These are what was known as pan-Arab colours. So these and a dark green are featured in many of the Arab nations. So if you were to go through and find an Arab nation at random, let's choose Palestine. So we have green, black, white and red. Let's choose another one. I can't find any now. I talked about Iraq already. Kuwait, green, black, white and red. So they're just very Jordan, green, white, black and red. So yeah, they have universally those colours. I'm trying to think of an exception. I think because Morocco is more simplified in the sense that it's just let's have a look. Where's Morocco gone? It'd be good if I knew my alphabet. Morocco. So we can see, but it's still green and red. And Algeria doesn't have any red on it at all. Oh, it does, sorry. But no black. So it's got green, white and red. Yeah, so there. So Yemen, the capital city is Sana'a. The area is actually 527,000 square miles, or 203,000 square miles, and there's 527,000 square kilometers. Beg my pardon. Population is 29.8 million. The highest point is Jabal al-Nabi Shu'aib. Jabal meaning mountain in Arabic. 3,666 meters. The official language is Arabic. It's kind of, I always get mixed up with Oman and Yemen. I think Yemen's there and Oman is there. Here, I think, off the top of my head. Okay, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you want me to come back to this book and talk a little bit about the countries and the languages and stuff, then let me know in a comment. I really enjoyed doing this video personally. This is an awesome book. I just bought it off Amazon back in the day. I think it's still available. As it says here, 2021 updated, so it's a little out of date. Maybe if they've done a new one, I'll have to buy the new one. Flags, Capitals and Countries of the World. The Complete Handbook by the Wunderlist Press. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then why don't you click that like button for me. In addition, subscribe for more content like this. I've got loads of these in a playlist, so go looking for them. And lastly, if you love what I do, then why don't you join me on Patreon like a couple of people have done this month. Hello to all my new Patreons, and a big hello to all my many existing Patreons. You get extra videos every month over there as well. And the money that you give me helps me to buy stuff like this. Okay, thanks so much for watching everyone. Take care. Sleep well, and I'll see you again soon.